Fans, I got a quick question for you. How many times have people told you that they're about to take out the trash and they pick you up and they put you in a trash bag, they tie that trash bag up, they put you in a trash can, and then the dumpster truck driver comes the next day, picks you up, takes you to the dump? I'm telling you, myself and people like me are getting sick and tired of being kicked around, treated like we're pieces of dirt, being ran out of cities by petulant mayors who don't know how to make a law to save their lives. I can't tell you how many city mayors, arrogant city mayors, have kicked me out of their city for nothing more than a parking ticket. It's bias, folks, when you get right down to it. But all these arrogant people, I've started thinking to myself, how does myself and my supporters, how do we out-survive these arrogant people in their lofty positions, casting stones at us, treating us like we're a salamander in a fire pit? How do we outclass these guys and out-survive them in the long run? Well, as you all know, I'm a big fan of nature. I can walk outside and be in the trees. I can walk around in the trees for 20 or 30 minutes without breaking a sweat. I can look at an anthill, see the ants coming to and fro from that anthill, know every one of them by name. I can watch a lizard crawl up into a tree and say, hey there, Mr. Lizard, that's a nice looking tree you're climbing. And of course, I can tell what he's thinking back. Thank you, sir. That's just the type of thing I can do. That's how acclimated I am to nature. But recently, I've been studying a very special bug. And I know a lot of you are probably biased against this bug. You say, you've learned to fear this bug. You say, this bug's too intimidating for me, too scary. Look at his big blue eyes. Ooh, that's a scary looking bug. Well, put aside your biases. In my bathroom just the other day, been a few months now, I see two cockroaches. Very handsome looking cockroaches. Bigger than your average one, probably. Male and female. I checked. And they are kind of, touching their antennas together. It was a very beautiful, humbling sight to see. But I start researching all of this. Cockroaches have managed to survive and thrive for thousands of years through numerous cataclysms. They're the ones that have always come up on top. So I said, yes, these guys could be very, very useful to me. And if you actually have ever sat down and got to know a cockroach, instead of immediately trying to kick it or stomp on it or punch it in the stomach, if you've ever actually tried to get to know a cockroach, they actually lead pretty complex lives. They have interesting, rich, vivid backstories. Their history is very intricate, very complex, but a lot of you probably don't even care about that one bit, because you're just looking for the next Raid bottle to force them to drink so they get poisoned. But here's what I'm getting at, folks. Cockroaches are the undisputed champion survivors of the world. There's no doubt in my mind about that. So for the past few months, I've been finding the strongest male and female cockroach, having them get together. I get their offspring, get the strongest male and female of the offspring, get them together, and so on, and so on, and so on. I've managed to breed cockroaches that are bigger than your average house cat, about the same size as your average house cat, about 6 feet long, 4 feet tall. These are some big, bad cockroaches. They've got arms as muscular as your average boxer. That's how big these guys have gotten. And they're smart, too. Very smart. These cockroaches are so smart, in fact, they can recognize their own reflection. So when people come around and they start punching me in my stomach, they start giving my Cody Crusaders a bloody nose, I release these super cockroaches out into the world. Who do you think is going to come out on top? Who's going to outlast who? The guy riding a 6-foot cockroach, or the petty, arrogant snob that thinks he's the big guy because he can tell me to get out of his city? Who's going to win that war of words? And these cockroaches, I've even trained them to look me in the eye when they shake my hand.